Welcome to r/Tales from Tech Support, where we get to have a little chuckle at the technologically disadvantaged. Like me. I'm Uncle Reddit, and have I got a story for you. Well, I'm back. Again. And it's Halloween. Not sure this was the best time to record, but it's the time I have, so if you hear any shrieking and screaming outside, you'll know why. Neighbors like scaring people. And since the cats decided not to join me today, instead of our regular cat cam, we're going to have a pet cam. So if you got pictures of your pets that you want to submit and have them in the episode, feel free. Send me a picture or two of your pet and a little bit about them, and we'll put them in the show. Why not? This week's pet comes from Nanashi Nemo, and I hope I'm saying that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, this is a Japanese turtle monster. It's also called a kappa. So, very cool. I'm pretty sure the first picture here is of its butt by looking at the lines in the shell. But, cool little turtle. Anyway, enjoy. Can I have a wake-up call for 5 a.m.? This goes back a fair few years now. Quite possibly some of the other guys I worked with are here and will remember this. Anyway, I used to work support for a hotel management system. Pretty complete system, making and tracking bookings, etc. But it also hooked into a lot of third-party systems, such as point of sale, telephone call logging, automatic charging of calls from hotel rooms to customer bills, accounting software, you get the idea. We had one customer, a small group of hotels dotted around the country, UK, I'm being purposefully vague, who had their own internal IT support for general computer and phone issues. And they only were supposed to call us specifically for issues relating to our software. Part of our job included a rota system where we were on call 24 hours a day, so we could get woken up at any point in the night. So on to the actual event. Their IT either updated or replaced the phones in all the bedrooms. Part of this included adding speed dial, dial 0 for reception. Except, and to this day I can't see how they screwed this up so bad, on one phone in one bedroom of one hotel. They repurposed an old reception phone and didn't think to check the speed dial, which someone had set to our help desk. Cue the months of sporadic calls at any time between midnight and 2 a.m. from random businessmen asking for 5 a.m. or some other time wake-up calls. When you're woken up at 2 a.m. for a non-emergency, all you want to do is get them off the phone and go back to sleep. So it was always a quick, you need to dial reception, this is a support line, and hang up. It took their IT probably a year or more to find and resolve this issue for us. I'm pretty sure at one point we asked one of the guys that called us what room he was in so the hotel group's IT didn't even have to find the phone. They were just not that bothered by it. I'll always remember the day I came off the out-of-hours rota. That was a good feeling. Yeah, OP, I guess they weren't bothered by it because they weren't getting the calls, you were. And even though you were letting them know that you were getting the calls, I guess it just wasn't that big a deal to them. Amazing. Now we got a viewer submission from Walter. So the story happens years ago when I was working for a cell phone company. I was in their tech support department. I was the guy you called if you had a complaint about your bill or a question about your phone. One day, as I'm waiting for the happy misery that is my career to be over, my headset beeps letting me know I have an incoming call. The customer on the other end is quite upset about the fact that her bill is over $500, and she demands to know why. So I spent a few minutes looking over her account, trying to piece together the delicate details of the 4 lines, and after a short bit of detective work, I suddenly came across a large list of SMS messages. For those of you who don't know, this SMS message is the premium type of message ones that cost. These particular ones were of adult variety. You know the ones, where girls are just waiting on the other end to talk to you. So in my best customer service, I begin to gently break it to the customer that one of her lines has these messages on it. From the other end of the phone, I could hear her begin to rave about her son and how angry she is, and how dare he do this, etc. I attempted to stop her by saying ma'am over and over until I finally get her attention, to which she replies, what? Exceptionally exasperated. I say to her, it's on your husband's line. The silence coming through the phone was deafening, and the sheets of cold were deeper than that of space. I felt fear for my soul as she said the words, thank you, you've been a great help. And then hung up. Bonus story. A couple months later, I'm helping out another customer, and I don't think she realized I could hear her. She said this to somebody else in the room. This guy speaks really good English. I've lived in Mississippi for 40 years of my life. I hope I speak good English. That's too funny. It reminds me of a line from a movie, DC Cab, where the new guy says something to the Rasta guy.
Hey, Bongo, can I ride with you today? Why? I don't know, I want you to tell me about Jamaica and Kingston and, you know.
Jamaica? How would I know? I'm from Cleveland. Oh!
Yup, just like that. My laptop is trashed because I don't know how to use it. This one was from yesterday. I'm walking down the hall of one school and someone's yelling something on the other end of the hall, but I can't hear due to the janitor running the floor buffer. I open the door to one classroom and proceed to speak to a teacher about her issue. This other teacher comes running up behind me. Teacher. Sir! Sir! Me, startled. Yeah? Teacher. My laptop is trash. Me. Huh? Teacher. My laptop is trash. I need a new one. Me, rolling my eyes to the other teacher. Hold on, let me finish up with her. Later, I go to Trash Lady's classroom. Me, so you're having a problem with your laptop? Teacher, yeah, it's trash. I want my old one back. Are you going to wipe it? I need to save my stuff. Me, I don't even know what the issue is. It's trash is vague. Teacher, well, the mouse, she means touchpad, doesn't work. I can't right-click. It's stuck. It's trash. I go over and get on her laptop. I immediately start right-clicking with reckless abandon. Works fine. Me. Touchpad works fine. I'm using it without an issue. Teacher. What? Of course it works when you're here. Me. Here, try it. This dolt proceeds to press on the very top right of the pad where you use your fingers to move the cursor. She's trying to press there, and of course it won't work. Me. Well, you're doing it wrong. You have to press down here. Teacher. Well, that's ridiculous. I need my old one back. It worked better. Me. Sorry. That one is obsolete and we've scrapped it. She mutters something. I just leave. What a nut job. I might be mistaken, but I think there's a type of touchpad where it doesn't have like a physical button at the bottom, like closest to you, or two buttons, left and right click. And I think you could set where you wanted left and right click. Like it could be at the top of the pad, bottom of the pad. I don't know. Am I just crazy and imagining things, or do I really remember that correctly? Let me know down below. They should be smarter than this. I'm the IT manager for a CPA firm. Recently, Intuit screwed everything up by forcing mandatory updates. If you didn't install the update, you couldn't use the software. That's an entirely different complaint. We've got 2 hosted environments for QuickBooks. I can't install midday without stopping folks' work, so I move everyone out of host A and blocked new logins and updated host A. Once that was done, I opened host A back online and blocked host B off to new logins. This way I minimize the impact on the staff and have an easy resolution for the people who need the updated versions of QuickBooks. I sent out an email and Teams notification telling everyone what happened. If they don't need QuickBooks, they're fine where they are. If they need QuickBooks and they get the update notification, that means they're in host B. All they have to do is log out, and when they log back in, they'll be forced into host A, where everything's updated. I tell them all that host B will be updated this weekend as per our normal schedule. I didn't check my emails until this evening, and what do you know, half a dozen people whining about the QuickBooks notification. And to make it even more fun, rather than contact the address that goes to both members of the IT department, they decided I was the only one who could help them with their self-inflicted emergency. I realize this is sounding incredibly whiny, but it was either this or start a chain of events that probably gets posted on the anti-work subreddit. One of the people was a firm partner, so it really limits my ability to push back. I get it, we all need to vent. You know, sometimes you just can't jeopardize your job or contract or whatever by going off too much. And yeah, you would think they'd be smarter than that. But, whatever. The PC was stolen. For context, this happened in my first few months as an IT guy for my current job at a healthcare provider. I was pretty new and really only knew the basics of IT. I only got the gig because they were desperate. The whole team had turned over save for the boss and one tech. For the most part, this place used 95% full-size Dell Optiplexes. They had a handful of micro form factors, but they were few and far between, and generally reserved for administration. I get a call for help from a team room where all of our nurses work, and when I get there, one nurse is absolutely frantic. "Someone stole our PC!" I take this proclamation with a grain of salt and take a look at the workstation. Monitor's powered on, but the screen is black. I look beneath the desk and see there's no desktop. All 11 other workstations in this room had those large optiplexes underneath the desk, and this one had nada. Oh shoot, someone did steal their PC. I call up the boss and say, "Hey, what do we do?" "There's no PC here. I think it may have been stolen." He tells me to sit tight and comes on down. Boss gets down to the room within 10 minutes and does the same examination I do, and comes to the same conclusion. This PC was jacked right from under our noses. He starts talking to the other nurses about who's been in the room recently, starts making calls to security to get logs, writes an email up to finance to purchase a replacement. Then another nurse walks up to us and asks, "Did you check behind the monitor?" Sure enough, mounted right behind the monitor is a tiny little MFF optiplex that was powered off. I hit the power button and let the original nurse get back to work. Needless to say, both IT professionals involved felt a little embarrassed. There's that assuming thing again, and we're all guilty of it. You know, you look around the room, and there's 11 other workstations, and they all have the giant optiplexes down there, and this one has nothing. I would have assumed the same thing probably. You know, you would think that everything would be the same. Most places like, big office buildings, hospitals, whatever, they usually kind of buy all the same stuff to kind of keep things easy when they order it. That way you can swap parts, fixing them is easier. But, yep, I could see where that would be a little embarrassing. Offshore help desk and caller ID spoofing. I mostly do systems admin, but user support as well. I work from home, yay, and I use a cheap Bluetooth headset, and suddenly my laptop is not Bluetoothing at all. Built-in is down, reboot, etc., nada, so I leave a ticket with our Offshore global help desk, blech, and continue using a set of plug-in earbuds. A day later I get a call from a random number in Germany, and hey, I speak some German. Oh, forgive me, anybody who's German in the audience, I'm going to butcher this, but I'll try it. Guten Tag. Wie kann ich dir helfen?
You could do so.
I don't know. Correct me down below, you know you want to. Ah, this is help desk. I need you to connect via log me in and let me into your computer. No. Hell no. You're supposed to call with a specific US 800 number. I can't let you connect to my computer. But no. Mumble some bad words in Hindi. Emailed the boss to let him know about a possible spear phishing attack. Response rolls back from VP of Infrastructure. Yeah, it was legit. Yeah, they screwed up. I'm good. 2 weeks later, my Bluetooth still is not working. Oh well, guess I'm on the naughty list. I'm a little confused by this story. I'm not sure who was who there. Yeah, we might need some deciphering on that one. Who does that? We have a weird application that won't run on a VDI, so we dropped a workstation PC in the data center, hooked it into the fiber backbone, set it up for remote desktop, done. Works great. And the user calls me in a panic. I can't get into the system. I'm remote. I send out an alert to the folks in the data center. Okay, it's back up. And an hour later I hear, yeah, someone unplugged it and took the power cable and network cable. WTF? Cue the oops meme from Airplane. I'm guessing you're the one that unplugged it, OP? But either way, why would somebody grab the power cable and data cable? It just seems awful strange. Well, thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you get a chance and would like to do me a favor, can you please click like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that little bell icon so you don't miss the fat guy with the beard telling you stories. See ya!